Yo, what's up? It's Camden Long here. It is so much more simple just to live your life the way you are and the way you want to be without making everything so damn complex. You know, it's a beautiful day here. I'm just hanging out, and it's so important so that you develop your passions and you see yourself for who you truly are underneath the surface of it all. So this morning, I was doing a workout, and I was like, you know what? I got some cider in the fridge, and I just popped open a little apple cider. Virginia Bold Rock, locally produced hard apple cider. I'm just hanging out in the living room that I grew up in for 18 years. Can you believe that? I'm back after 10 years, feeling strong, feeling grateful. I have an amazing group of people that I'm with, my family, my mom, dad, my brother, and amazing friends out there on Facebook. I love connecting with all of the people on Facebook because it just brings such a new ingredient to the recipe to create the greatest version of yourself. And when you start to add in these new ingredients to your recipe of your own life, then you start to develop more inspiration from the inside. You start to develop your own set of energy that people like to see. Because energy is everything in our universe, in our world. Energy is everything in the body, up here in the brain, the cerebro, and our soul thrives on energy. We are all transferring energy. Like right now, I'm looking right into this camera and I'm transmitting energy into this computer that's going to be available to millions of people to see, to feel my energy, to see my own energy, to see my body at 27 years old, my face, my hair that I just cut myself yesterday. I haven't given myself a buzz cut since I was in high school, man. It's like almost 10 years ago because I wanted to. And man, there was a post from a great friend out there. I'm not going to say her name on here, but amazing person, amazing woman. And on her post, she quoted somebody else, and what I got from it basically was, I always believe that you need to believe in yourself and that you need to have faith in yourself. All those things are true, absolutely. But sometimes when you see stuff that expands your own consciousness, you can't help but notice it and to become aware of what it really means. So in this quote, it was basically saying what I got from it was you don't even need to believe in yourself. All you need to do is listen. Listen to that voice inside and just let that channel open up. The more you open up your channel for intuition, you're going to go to places you never imagined before. I remember specifically having one of the most frustrating, stressful, anxiety-filled mornings of my life back in January of this year, 2014. I was in Orlando, Florida. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was living in a car for 6 months, going through some hellacious times and also beautiful times, of course. Thank God for the beach. That's why I love Florida so much. Weather and the beach, anyway. So that morning, I was in my internship. Third grade or fifth grade. It's all good. You know what? Just let go of things. I was in an elementary school, okay? Got it? And, well, in 2012, I decided to burn in a fire all my schoolwork. That's right. I burned all my schoolwork because I didn't give a shit. Did I have the best attitude? Probably not. But did I do what I wanted to? Yeah, I did. And you know what? It felt damn good. Because the more we learn to let go of stuff, whether it be recycling it, throwing it away, or giving it away, or sometimes even burning it, what a sense of relief we have in our life. And that sense of relief is going to impact your health, your ideas, your inspiration, and your ambition. So, and other people are going to notice that as well. Some may get jealous, and some may want to connect with you more and more. And I'm more in the realm of connecting with people rather than getting jealous. And I'm not perfect. I do get jealous. I do get envious. But I use that in a way to motivate me to become a greater version of my own self. Because when we start to add in the ingredients to our own recipe of life, that's right, add in your own ingredients to the recipe of your life. What a powerful feeling that is. And getting back to the internship of just doing what you love to do, listening to that intuition, that morning it was like a tsunami came and just knocked me out. All the children left the room. The teacher left the room not because of me, but because they were switching subjects and going to the computer lab, I believe, the media library, as they call it now. And I watched a video from Marcus Rothkranz. And dude, thank you so much. Because he too gave it all up and went out in the desert for 40 days. And after listening to him, which I had watched this video a number of times, I was like, you know what? I'm going to curse. I said, fuck it all. I'm done. I'm done with this life. I'm not living in a car anymore. I'm tired of living in Florida. I'm tired of having to go to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning and then waking up at 5:30 in the morning outside of a YMCA so I can freaking shower and get some dress clothes on so I can go to this internship. Man, it was taking a toll on my health, I tell you. Police knocking on your door at night, on the window. What are you doing here? And you know what? Actually, all the police that we encountered in Orlando were really sincere, genuine, and they always made sure before they left that they wanted us to be safe. And that was my number one thanks and gratitude for the law enforcement in Orlando. It's just like any department. Teaching, doctors, you're going to have good and bad. And for some reason, I've encountered a lot of great police officers and law enforcement in my life. I'm very thankful for that. Maybe it's the karma. Maybe it's the good intention in my heart. I don't know. But anyway, so after watching the video from Marcus Rothkranz, I was like, yo, I'm going to California. I'm going to take a road trip to California. And, well, I did. It was about a week later when the woman that I was with at the time, which is a wonderful woman, of course, and hats off to you, lady. Thank you so much for everything that you did, everything you sacrificed while we were together. I truly appreciate that, and I'll never forget. Thank you. And we set out of Florida, and we went to New Orleans. We stayed with an awesome friend there for 2 nights. Saw a new city. And then we left in the afternoon, actually, late. We got into Dallas around like 1 a.m. And I'm going to make a lot of different videos talking about this trip. I'm just kind of doing this in summarization. We got into Dallas at like 1 a.m., slept outside of a gas station. And you know what's even crazier? I don't know what it was in New Orleans, but we got some diarrhea. And I tell you what, I never had diarrhea like that before. And if you're on a road trip, holy shit, because diarrhea is not your best friend. It's not your best friend, okay? I'll just leave it at that. Freezing cold, raining in Dallas, outside of a gas station. There was even cows behind us. And we slept through it. Woke up the next morning, went to a YMCA. Got in the steam room, did some yoga, got cleaned up. And then we left Dallas again late in the afternoon, like we did in New Orleans. And And she fell asleep, which I can understand. And man, I'm telling you, when I was going through west part of Texas, boy, I tell you, out Texas, ain't nothing out there. I mean, it was cows and oil refineries all over the place, and like nothing for hundreds of miles, but very peaceful, very serene. And then when I got in close to Albuquerque, that's when my heart just straight pulled to the land of enchantment. And I know exactly why they call it that place, because New Mexico is filled with natural wonder and mystery. You see it from the landscape, you see it from the geological formations, and you just feel it. Absolutely feel it. I've never been west of Texas, besides on a flight to Hawaii. And, God, man, it's just so amazing. I'm going to make more videos about that trip. And then from Albuquerque, ran into a real psycho in the parking lot. A real psycho. We had to pull out of the parking lot at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and some crazy maniac followed us. And we fled to a freaking hotel parking lot and just passed out for the night. It's cold, high elevation, you know. The next, we had blankets on, socks on our feet, trying to stay warm through the night. Many times in January, even in Florida, I would put the heater on at like 3 a.m. in the morning because it freaking got so cold in the car. Thanks, Virgil, Deborah, and Dinah, for that Honda. Thank you guys so much. It saved our life. Just want to say that, by the way. So from Albuquerque, the next day we left, went to Whole Foods, got geared up on some good food, some bulk food section stuff, and filled up the water jugs and kept rolling forward. Actually, north and then forward. And we were on our way to Phoenix, and it was close to Flagstaff, and then we went down to Phoenix, and it was the most beautiful scene that I've almost witnessed in my life, at least for the USA. I mean, we went up this tall mountain, and it was snowing. Snow covered the whole ground. And I remember Chris Kano even called me right when we were up at the top of this lake. And then after we passed through, well, with everything, and by the way, it was like pine forests of the mountains for miles. I couldn't even see past the pine trees. It was so magnificent and marvelous. And from there, we went down the mountain, and I had never went down something like that in my life. I was like hitting the brakes so much, but you know what? It was like right around sunset when we were coming into Scottsdale, which is like an upscale area. It was very beautiful. So we were coming into Scottsdale, and these giant cacti were all over the place. And I was like, yep, this is where I need to be. This was the greatest road trip of my life so far. So we stayed in Phoenix overnight. And then the next day, after going to the YMCA and getting a huge bag of oranges for free from a wonderful instructor, thank you. These giant oranges people were growing in their backyards from Scottsdale. And that's just a pure blessing again, being in a state of gratitude and not expect, like the Raw Brawls always say, expect nothing, experience everything. Thanks, guys, for all you do, by the way. And so I'm coming to a wrap up on this video. You know what? There's no even point of this video. I'm just making it because I want to make it. I want to record myself and see myself later in the upcoming years about what I said and how I felt in that day. And I inspire you guys to record yourself. Every morning, make a small video. Even if you don't share it with anyone, share it with yourself, because you will appreciate it later on. So we went from Phoenix to Los Angeles. Coming into Los Angeles was, of course, lots of traffic. And, it was LA. We went to Cafe Gratitude, the first restaurant that I've eaten probably in like a year and a half or something, because I'm not too big into restaurants. Because I've worked at restaurants, and if I'm going to eat somewhere out, not only do I want it to be high quality, I want it to be clean. Cleanliness and sanitary at restaurants are number one. So we went to Cafe Gratitude, had a beautiful like raw pizza, Brazil nut, Parmesan cheese. I got like a Mexican bowl with guacamole, rice beans, and a couple other goodies in there with some pico de gallo. It was delicious, of course. And then we stayed in Malibu for, about a week and a half, 2 weeks up in the Palisades area, living in the car, church parking lot. Went down to San Diego, visited my great friend Nick Barnaby. He's awesome. And that was pretty much it before we went to Berlin. Gave everything up and just put my sights on a new life in Germany. So getting to Berlin was cold, of course. And I'm probably going to stop it right there. That's a good chapter to kind of close. In another video, get into more of the road trip, get more into the experiences in Berlin, Germany, which is a total life changer. Berlin's a wonderful city to check out. It's like the gateway of Europe. So, if you like this video, if it's something that interests you, something that you got from it, please share below. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And connect with me. If you have something to offer that is going to benefit me, your life, or others, please share. Open yourself up to collaborating with new people in your life, because you never know the message you send today, next week, next month, next year, could change your life for the better. That's what I've experienced in my journey. And Infinite Waters, Diving Deep, Ralph Smart, dude, you have helped me so much. Guys, check out Infinite Waters, Diving Deep on YouTube. This dude is awesome, from the UK, and has a great variety of videos out there to help inspire you, self-help, do it yourself, everything you can imagine. And he puts it out there because he's on his mission. So live your mission, do what you love to do, and listen to that intuition. Keep things simple. Stay beautiful. Stay healthy. One love. And let's create heaven on earth. Peace.